Good morning and welcome to Senior Day here at Murray Field at Norwood High School for today's game between the Westwood Wolverines and your Norwood Mustangs. First, we would like to congratulate the boys soccer team on winning the Morales Cup recently. And at this time, the boys soccer team would like to acknowledge and thank the Morales family for all their dedication and support to the Norwood soccer program. And today we also take the time to acknowledge and thank our senior players, parents, and family members. These young men have all devoted significant time, energy, and effort to their sports here at Norwood High School, and have done so with the utmost in fairness and sportsmanship. We wish to thank them for all of their achievements both on and off the field. To the parents and guardians of these seniors, we thank you for all of your guidance and support that you have provided over these many years to this outstanding group of senior athletes. First, we would like to acknowledge and congratulate the Westwood senior soccer players. And now it is my privilege to introduce this year's senior soccer players and their parents. First, number 3, senior William Fame and his mom Loretta and stepdad Mark. Number 2, Gustavo Ruberth and his mom Erica and stepdad Mark. Number 7, Liam Wilson and his mom Robin and father James. Number 11, Quinlan O'Toole and his mom Jeannie and dad James. Number 14, Riley Lopiclo and his mom Danielle and dad Chris. Number 24, Dante Salvador, and his mom Nora, and dad Jonathan. Number 10, senior Mason Gold, and his mom Claire, and dad Dan. Number 17, Carl Schlitzbaum, and his mom Lisa, and father Roy. And number 6, Jagger Gianetti, and his mom Claudette, and his sister Jade. And please join us once again in congratulating all of our seniors and their parents.
And welcome back. We're about ready to get underway here for the varsity matchup. Eric, we just had the seniors and their parents announced on Senior Day, which is always kind of a neat thing to do and be part of. And so kind of looking forward to a good one here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always nice to see the seniors get recognized for putting in 4 long, hard years of work in the program, and it culminates in them making varsity and then getting that recognition in the season. It's great.
Yeah, and it's always a special moment too for the parents. It's one of those you've watched your child grow up, through the the youth program of soccer, and then like you said, all kind of this culmination here for them, and exciting for them to be seniors and moving on. And at the same time, you're kind of like, oh,
yeah, exactly. The very
where
bittersweet.
did it go?
Right?
Why did it go so fast?
Exactly.
But yeah, we both done that, been there, seen that kind of thing, and it. The mothers get the flowers, and they have their picture taken, and I kind of like it when I know that for example the Schultzpomps, they got your brothers on the team, so
Yep.
you get the whole family to get the picture there, and Jagger had his sister come out on the field with him, which was kind of a neat thing too. So nice big day here for the seniors and their parents.
Yeah.
And hopefully maybe we can string something together here.
Yeah,
I know
nice
that,
to reward the boys with a W too, right?
exactly,
So, yeah.
exactly. I know that they took it on the chin yesterday to a tough squad, 3-0. But it was their first loss of the year. I mean, I think the Mustangs had come in 3-0-3, so they've played some good soccer this year. They mentioned also it was kind of a nice thing right before we started was the Morales Cup presentation to acknowledging the family of that, so that was a nice thing too. And we should see exactly what we've got here. We just wrapped up that JV game, and we saw how strong that Westwood JV team is. So it's going to be interesting to see how this correlates here with the varsity. But
Yeah, I mean, given the 3-0 score yesterday, I'm sure this is a very strong varsity
Yep.
squad too.
Yep.
And I think Norwood's already a little in the hole in that their starting center back, Karl Schletzbaum, is not starting this game. Maybe he was injured in yesterday's tilt, and so I don't know if he's out for the game or just maybe not fit to start or what. But that's definitely, they'll miss him and his really solid presence in the back. But
Yeah.
again, I think you still have a strong back line with Gustavo and Will Fames back there and Neo. And I think maybe that's Michael Walsh on the far side. Like, those are strong, solid defenders. And while Carl will be missed, I think they'll ably fill in. So.
yeah, and the one thing that Carl, again, in addition to the leadership that he brings there, he does have that terrific strong leg of his that he can. We've seen it during the course of this year, struck quickly there. Speaking of strong legs, there's somebody to kind of keep an eye on them. Number, it looks like that was number 10.
Nice there by Jagger couldn't quite get up to that, but good thought by Chris Giovanni to spring Jagger early and make use of that Genetti speed he's got.
So yeah, hopefully Carl is all right. Maybe just like you said, give him a little rest here early on, but nice fancy footwork here. Trying to make the run through.
Michael Walsh over there working hard. Will Fame on number 11 is it Kyle Hallahan streaking in. Puts a shot on net, but not much behind it, and easily handled by Chris. And then outlets to Seligson. Mason Gold with the ball. Looking for Jagger. Jagger touching through to Seligson. Oh, a nice little step around.
Let's see if we got Jagger here on this far side.
Looking for Dante Zaldivar, who gets to that ball, and then he looks for Jagger, couldn't quite get there.
Some nice early intensity on here on the part of the Mustangs.
And spring Jagger again, and he gets through, but hung up a little bit by the Westwood defender, and then
Jagger's down early.
Looks like maybe he took an inadvertent elbow to the stomach in that tussle.
But yeah, some really nice intensity here early on for the Mustangs. I mean, really kind of dictating, at least early on, the flow of the play, which is nice.
Ooh,
sneaking through there.
Riley Piccolo pounced and just couldn't quite get enough on that to get past the keeper, who had to go down for it and did a good job. But yeah, good chance there. Mason Gold steps up nicely, tripped, and then I think called for maybe playing
while he's down there. Yeah. So I think that we were watching, they had two senior keepers here for Westwood, and it looks like Matthew Hiller is going to get the start for the Wolverines.
Dante Zaldivar with a nice little move to
Mason did a nice job of staying with that ball.
Gustavo intercepts that pass. Yeah, much like with the JV squad, there's some definite speed on this Westwood team. They close fast on that ball.
Yep. And again, when you play the home and home series, you were able to see these guys yesterday, so you kind of have, if you're the defense, you kind of have a sense of who you need to keep an eye out for. Both squads kind of know, early on from yesterday's action.
Yeah. Dante back to Gustavo is going to look. Mr. Gold.
There, yeah, wow.
Not jumping much higher than his actual height. I think,
I was going to say, boy, he really got up on that
Yeah.
one. That was a nice little play to knock that ball down. So early going and some nice early stuff here from the Mustangs. So let's see
they
if-
have yet to really. Well, I guess Riley LaPico did get that nice shot on net, but they've definitely been doing a good job of controlling some play through the midfield. Oh, here's a
no call there, letting him play through. So nothing there. Yeah, that'll just go with result as a
corner kick.
corner kick. Okay. So Wolverines will get the first corner of the day. Early on here, just 5 minutes in. Work on that far set piece of theirs and see what they
See
try
if they
to
just
swing
touch it
in.
and drive it, or if they try and
Yeah.
dribble a little with it, or that's going to drive it.
Drive it.
Touched out by Jagger. And right back in, but it's a good clear by Gustavo, looking for Aiden Kehoe, the freshman forward there.
Nice little first step.
No, there's good
Yep.
cover there by and I think Dante didn't realize that Riley tracked so far back.
I was going to say, yeah, he just wasn't anybody over there.
Yeah. Oh, nice step by Riley again, but first touch to Trey. Oh, there we go. Jagger and top looking for.
Continue to
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
That
and
is a
unfortunately
great
ran into his
individual
own man.
effort. Yeah. Let's see how quickly the Mustangs can get back defensively, and they look like they had got some decent numbers back here. So
Yeah, and the nice thing is there really is some speed on this Mustang back line. I know, Gustavo's very fast, Neo's very fast. Will Fame's got speed, Mikey Walsh has got some speed, so.
Miller will throw it here to the near side.
Chested out by the Westwood forward there, number 16. That's Cameron Roberts. Seemed to have called the Roberts name a few times in the girls' games yesterday. I wonder if perhaps his sister should play as well.
It was a nice
Oh,
little
that was
flick
nice.
back. It
That
was
was
a
well done
great
for the-
little play.
Ooh, and Chris is.
Just misfires there. You got to be careful. You get yourself back in the net quickly.
Yep. Oh, okay.
But yeah, that was a
Sorensen.
nice little play between the Westwood player there as he kind of tipped it back to him and then took off.
Number 10 there, very active. Drew DeStefano.
Looks like Walsh was able to knock that one down. Try to come back up on the far side. Wolverines kind of start to.
Oh, good
Play
step
here.
there. Is that Mikey Walsh, I think?
think so.
carrying the
Yeah, good hustle there by Walshy. Gets the kick in, throw in, as it were.
I should find out whether or not he actually played hockey this morning. He's the
you
goalie
know-
for my son's midgets team, so they had a game. Who knows if this is Michael's second athletic event of the day.
Right.
Nice job
Also, boy, yes, some
by
nice
Seligson there, I
work in
think.
there.
Yeah. And Riley looking to cross it in, flicked it out.
Some nice early action here by the Mustangs. See if they can't get maybe a solid shot on.
A nice little.
Yeah, flicked to himself
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh, and he just couldn't quite finish it.
Michael steps in.
Good work there. Yeah, if Walshy did play this morning, he's not showing any signs of fatigue.
Well, he's a goalie.
Right, yeah.
They
What could
don't
they
have to worry-
possibly
yeah,
do?
exactly,
They
yeah.
stand there.
They do.
Sure.
So next time I see your son Kevin, I'm sure
Yeah,
he's going to have a word or two for me.
He says, here, try these pads.
Yeah,
you try
exactly.
it out.
You let people shoot really hard discs of rubber at you.
Exactly.
You feel okay after that.
Yep. Ball gets driven down.
backed on. Unfortunately, I think the Piccolo wanted that going the other way, and
Back in, don't want to make that turn.
that must have been much wider
Yeah,
than we realized.
Right, because again,
Chris,
you get that angle.
yeah. Chris didn't seem bothered by it at all.
Yep. Either that or it was he's like,
Yeah. It's like, oh, but there's the fence.
so that just sails wide. Just about 11 minutes left. 9 minutes into the first quarter. Still no score.
Gustavo driving that ball deep. Oh, just skips over Dante's Aldevar. Fame and Gustavo team up nicely, and Michael Walsh is going to send that up the sideline and out.
Yeah, they've been matching up nicely so far in terms of this back line with the Westwood guys up front. That's a nice ball in.
But Gustavo is really covering a lot of ground in the back there.
Yep.
He's been all over. Want to make the most of his senior day game, I think.
I don't blame him.
This would kick in.
You can hear, there's some nice communication too going on down on the field.
Oh, nice.
Trying to send him through, yeah.
Is that Danny DeBlasi, I think? No, that's Quinn O'Toole. Sorry, my bad. Quinn O'Toole up there. I think I might have mistaken Quinn for Riley at one point in time, really, too. Oh, that was tricky, Quinn. That was nice. Oh,
he's
Jagger! He's got space!
Go that.
Oh! Just wide.
Oh, that was well struck.
That was.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot.
Oh, that was exciting. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a nice, that clever little flick back with the heel by Quinn, and then the ball up over, and Jagger using that speed. That was great. That was fun to watch.
You could see, the Westwood defense was trying to close him down, but he just, kind of held him off, felt that pressure, and then let it rip.
Yeah.
Just sailed just high and wide.
I remember when coaching, was Mason Gold working through the midfield, coaching Jagger at the youth level. He was kind of that size very early on, and always very fast. And I remember someone once saying, I don't know if he's really going to be able to be as effective as he gets, because he doesn't even get any bigger, but he is just such a strong kid. Like, you can't knock him off the ball.
Yep.
He used that speed and that strength and got that step and blasted that ball.
Mustangs grab the corner here. I did see there's a Brian, number 8, Brian Detremont on the varsity, and I know we called, must be probably his brother.
I would think so.
I would say this is probably his brother on the JV squad a number of times. So the Mustangs get the corner. You can see a couple Westwood fans sneaking up there by the fence. Not allowed in, but here to watch their sons play. Maybe on their senior day as well. So, the ball's kicking through here. Wow! Some fantastic early pressure here by the Mustangs. They have made Hiller work. I think Hiller was able to maybe just get a little hand on that to kind of push it up to the crossbar.
No, I think maybe he did, because since he's getting the goal kick, I'm thinking it just quite fortunate for him, just bouncing on top. But wow, that was some exciting stuff there. Nice idea by Riley LaPiccolo to just try and tap it up over, and couldn't quite get it to drop early enough. But
it looked like a handball there go through,
but handled well there by Wilfam. Unfortunately, bad bounce off Gustavo, so it ends up back with Westwood. It's number 11 there. Hallahan, whose name we mentioned called earlier.
That one will be cleared out. And here ricochet off the stands up here. So just about 7.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Still no score. A couple really nice chances here recently for the Mustangs.
Some exciting soccer.
Nice stuff,
All right, so Chris is going to settle him down and finds Seligson right in the middle of the field and does well to just take that ball out of the air, bring it down to his own feet. Oh, and then Dante's Aldevar looking for Mason Gold just a little too far ahead, but Mason battling hard, gets taken down. Brings that throw in. The free kick. He's going to drive it down.
Settle it.
Neo does well there.
Just try to roll the ball. Continues to roll the top of it there.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe Dante wasn't going to.
Oh, no.
Whoa!
Oh, all right. Wow. I like that. It really did.
Oh. There we go.
Mustangs are
Well,
strong
but
back here.
unfortunately, that bounces right back to settle down and let. Oh, I think maybe. Oh.
Yeah, I think they're not. Yeah. It's got to stay up. I think they've taken out. Yeah, because they took out the slide tackle this year. For the kids aren't allowed to do that.
Ooh, this is tough though. That's a
Sure,
dangerous
exactly
spot.
where this is. Yeah, this is. And so we'll be interesting to see, who's got the leg here for Westwood. It was like that. This is that number 10, Stefano.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stefano's going to get a tap back from whoever's on the ball right
Yeah.
now, just to just probably drive it right to the net. So Chris is going to have to be careful with this rebound control because he's going to have a lot of traffic in
Yep.
front of him. Oh, and
Perfect.
And Mason Gold,
Mason,
once
yep.
again, sacrificing his. And so he's not afraid to play with abandon. He just throws himself into it. Michael Walsh sending the ball up the wing. Intercepted by Westwood. And then escorted out of bounds for a Norwood kick in. So disaster averted. That could have been a very dangerous moment there, and instead handled rather easily by Norwood.
Yeah, Mason did a nice job of coming right at that ball. That can't be easy to do, when they're about to tee it up. Put your body in front of that.
Out for a Norwood goal kick.
Just under 5 left here in the first quarter. Some nice stuff early on here. I think, boy, I tell you, these guys have been running with this Westwood team. We weren't quite sure what to expect, from the varsity. We didn't see their game yesterday. But at least for the first 16 minutes or so, it has been very spirited play. Some great opportunities here by the Mustangs.
Over the 50. That's
It's a shame.
Yep.
And I mean, if it was, because it went 51 yards.
Yeah.
Just over. Yeah, you can see where he's placed it.
Yep.
Where it came down, like at the 51, 52 yard.
Mason
Good
Gold
first
again.
step.
Wow. Okay, so he's got some
Yep.
space. See if he can.
Try to cut it back this way.
Turned into traffic, unfortunately, but.
It's a nice flick there to keep it in play.
Clearance up to Jagger.
Oh, it's a nice body position, too. He's able to draw the foul.
Yep, I guess the
Yep.
bump from behind.
Yep.
Yeah,
See,
okay.
that's a shame. He's just
I think
trying to, get that ball back into play quickly.
Oh, wait, I think maybe they're giving him a do-over because they hadn't played. Okay. So I don't know if they gave him the. This is actually so it's an indirect. And I guess it's going to. I still haven't entirely figured out if indirects always have to be on the ground. Wow, Dante with a nice little ball there that I think took Jagger by surprise. He was turned the wrong way, but. Nice clearance there
Really
by
nice
Chris.
job of Gustavo there to kind of shield the man off so that Chris can kick that ball free. So, Mustang ball here on the far side.
Yeah, I guess maybe another
Dante
push to
gonna
the
be
back
taking
or
this one?
something.
Yeah.
Sure. I guess I'll give him the direct, so Dante's going to drive this. He's being,
Trying to get folks ready. Yeah, now
Right,
he
he's
gets,
also waiting for
gets the whistle.
Yep. Oh, he finds Quinn. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep.
Still,
Decent little
yeah,
roll.
yeah.
Yep. Make Hiller work for it.
Oh, nicely done
Yep.
there by Neo to get up and get the chest on that.
It's got to be coming back, Mustang way.
All right, and I don't want to. I'm not in any way trying to insult field hockey, but this is starting to feel a little bit more like a field hockey game with the number of whistles for what seems like somewhat incidental contact. So, Jagger getting the ball over,
It looks
but
like it made a little contact as Jagger tried to rip it.
but again, I think we saw in one of the, or I saw in one of the I think the Westwood, the girls' varsity game yesterday. Westwood was shooting often. And from everywhere, and it sort of seemed like, hey, let's put the ball on net and see what happens.
See what
and
happens.
It's not necessarily a bad way to do it.
Nope. Well, we saw earlier in the JV game there was an unfortunate goal that Westwood scored that just took a tough roll on the Norwood goalie, and it was just, hey, you put the ball on net, and you never know what you may come away with.
Exactly.
Let him leave his feet.
Yep. Well, and I've seen this a lot, and the refs are letting the defensive players go before the ball goes.
Yeah,
And that's really not how it's supposed to work.
That's a good ball there.
Oh, nice job by Gustavo
to dispossess him.
Oh, and Mikey Walsh coming
steps
up. Looking for Riley LaPiccolo, and the deflection out.
That was a nice first step there by Walshy.
Good ball over the top by Will Fain, but just couldn't
make the turn.
Quinn couldn't quite get there. Yep. He's going for that outlet out wide on the wing. Closed down quickly by Seligson there. Riley LaPiccolo working hard on his.
Slow down the play there anyway. Give yourselves a chance to get reset. But the Mustangs have been doing a great job of running with Westwood today.
Yeah, and I think in many ways it's more Westwood running with Norwood at this stage in the game. Of course, as we discussed earlier, we have a tendency to jinx these things.
Exactly right.
When we say this stuff. So.
That's why I was.
Yeah. So sorry, I apologize.
Right,
yes, it's totally.
If something happens in the next 2 minutes, Eric Bodenhofer's fault.
You can reach me at 617. See.
Flick it here, and looks like Jack Rufo will try to kick that one in, but that was just going to do it there right at the end of the first quarter. So a great little first quarter, I thought, for the Mustangs, and I think you're right, Eric, that it was more Westwood trying to keep up with Norwood as opposed to Norwood trying to run with Westwood. So
yeah, no, I think so, and I pointed out earlier, I thought Norwood might be struggling a little bit, missing their senior captain and center back, but that defense played really strongly, even with him on the bench. So. It was good. Good first quarter.
Great first quarter action, and we will be right back with the second quarter.
On behalf of the Alliance for Community Media and our foundation, we want to congratulate Norwood Community Media for their excellence work in 2019. And we also want to congratulate the town of Norwood for investing in community media that reflects the needs of its people. You do great work every day and every week, and you should be proud.
It's a sign of our commitment to the town we serve. Norwood Community Media is honored to receive the Alliance for Community Media National Award for Overall Excellence. For our weekly Norwood News, hosted by Kristen McDonald. Norwood Digest with Jack McCarthy. Your Town at Work with Jerry Slater. Sports Extra with Mark Hoover and Joe Meehan. Live broadcasts of town events and gavel-to-gavel coverage of town government. The station people turn to for trusted local coverage. Norwood Community Media, your home for all things Norwood.
And back here getting ready for the second quarter as the Mustangs and the Westwood Wolverines are deadlocked at 0 in a terrific high-energy first quarter. Going to see what the Mustangs can bring out here for the second quarter, Eric, and just kind of continue that momentum I think that they were certainly generating in the first quarter.
Yeah, no doubt. I think if Norwood can keep this up, this is going to be a tight game the entire way through. And hopefully Norwood can actually break through on one of these, but just some really good stuff from them in that first quarter. The first quarter that was so exciting, I feel like it was actually an entire half.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and we were talking about the energy level that both squads, but particularly the Mustangs, came out with to start this. You could just feel it from the opening kickoff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And really pushing hard to dictate play, and hopefully the Mustangs can continue that here in the second quarter.
Oh, Gustavo does well to come down with
Kept
that
that ball
one.
in play.
Oh,
See, and he's Dante's even coming up a little limping on that one. He really kind of stretched out. So he's need to kind of try to run that off, but you can see he's
that was a shoulder charge to his head.
Wow. That was a tough first minute here for Dante. He had the early split, and then he little bang for your buck.
Yeah, I think we might be seeing Conrad Schlutzbaum relatively soon. I think he and Dante tend to platoon in that position.
Yeah.
Dante is definitely looking a little beat up already.
Yeah.
But not making any signs that he wants to come out of the game. So, that was a good touch there by number 7, Connor Day.
Almost.
Well done there.
Yep.
Connor Day and Michael Walsh. Connor gets around him. It's a shot on net.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those you can just, it's that dangerous type of ball where things are bouncing around, and, you can hear the folks, down in front of us. There's kind of like that squeal of like, get it out. But no harm, no foul, as they say, as the Mustangs were able to kind of...
and he pushed that out and over. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those that they kind of starts to tail up in a way. Well, it looks like it,
I guess he didn't touch it. Okay.
It came on the top of the net.
Maybe, I think Chris just went up to make sure it was going over and didn't actually touch it. But,
so some early action here. Westwood trying to set the tone early.
Nice flick on. And I gotta tell you, Gustavo does a great job. That chest, he's directing that very nicely.
I was going to say, he's not...
Without being able to use the head, he's like adjusted nicely to...
Yeah. It's like he's not just knocking it down. He's able to kind of, with a purpose, and able to kind of angle it so that it kind of becomes a weapon, as it were. Yeah.
And Dante doing the same thing. Right now, well done right ahead to Seligson, who, was looking for Quinn. Couldn't quite get past that. Westwood defender. Will Fame with a nice step. Connor Day dancing around with the ball. Finds Wilfred Chalangwa out.
Yeah, see, now it's like one of those, you kind of start to see Westwood here. They're kind of just starting to set up. And just might see Norwood can kind of settle this one down. But I have been noticing, I think that, Dante is still kind of favoring that leg from when he made the split earlier. And he just doesn't seem to have any sort of quick steps. So it's going to be interesting to kind of keep an eye on that and see how long he can continue to go.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, wow.
Boy, there's a couple of those have been very close. And again, that's got to be for a keeper. It's got to be a little deceiving because you're not quite sure exactly. You need to know where you are at all times.
Yeah, and again, he's a little bit, I think, looking into the sun a bit. Not necessarily as that ball is coming in, but still, it's those are dangerous.
So the Mustangs will get the direct kick out of here. Oh, it was driven nicely. Oh, just rolls right through your legs. Tough little bounce.
Mason Gold.
Gets turned. He stayed with him.
They got to talk to one another. A little miscommunication. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
That roll. Oh, well played to keep that ball in. Nice. Did he keep that in? No, he did not. Okay. Boy, I was going to say, looking at off that far side, I don't know if that was Connor Curtin for Westwood. I thought he managed to keep that in. But, yeah, all of a sudden the Norwood kind of here early going, 5 minutes in, finding themselves kind of on their heels here.
Yeah, I think it's all my fault for that comment at the end of the first quarter there.
Well, no, it's a new quarter, so everything's fresh.
My jinx is
exactly. Yeah, again, they're kind of starting to get,
step by Walsh
on top of each other.
And gets the call. And Brendan Wang, I think, just maybe a little too much physical contact under these new rules, or maybe a little
Let's
bit
see
of
what Dante's got here.
More of a charge than allowed.
Yeah, see, you can see he really is kind of, and you kind of start to lose that, hopefully he's
Seligson
okay.
just working his way through traffic nicely. Finds Mason Gold.
Oh.
I think I just heard one of those always so helpful.
Yeah, shoot.
Oh, Dante get a nice step there.
Oh. Oh, you want to kind of hold on to it and watch the players in there finally get a shot, but that's going to sail, way wide. But
Jagger's taking a moment to consider his decisions and wishing he had that one back. I think
Yeah.
just it's a little too wide. There,
maybe you heard someone up here in the stands
Yeah.
said, shoot. So at least a shot into the box anyway. But Jagger's shot sails wide, but right back at
nice,
it.
Finds
Yep.
Quinn. Oh, and a nice chip up over trying to find Jagger. Oh.
Looks like I've had him offsides there.
All right. And a better angle on it than I do.
Yep. But a nice defensive, to be able to kind of take that goal kick and then intercept the kick and then bring it right back in. I like to see that. Maybe try to, again, put a little bit more pressure here like we had early on in the first quarter. 13 and a half minutes left in the second. Still no score.
I think Neo came a little further up on that than he needed to.
Yep.
And but still able to rise up and get a chest on it, just not in the direction he wanted. So I'm fairly certain we have not yet seen a substitution on the Norwood side. I don't know.
Nope.
Oh, that was
Sneaking through here.
Oh, and defended
you go.
well.
Yep.
Defended well by Will Pham.
Yeah. And Chris gives them a chance to get reset. That's a smart play there. Just going to settle things down. Trying to keep it on this side of the 50.
Jagger not quite able to come down with that.
So he just got the arm on that one.
Yep.
So Monte Elias take the kick. Easy one there for Chris. Again, not a bad idea from Westwood. You put that ball on the net, and you never know when, things.
Threw it over
and
the
did
50.
he throw it over the 50?
Yep.
It just cannot go over midfield.
No. Yeah.
Looks
Tough.
like the
You're taking
Mustangs.
away a weapon for
Yeah.
like having a goalie who can throw that ball that far.
Yep.
With accuracy is a real weapon when you're breaking out.
This time he's able to keep it.
Oh,
on
and
this side.
whoa.
Whoa! Wow!
Oh shit!
Wow! It's getting heavy over there, and I think
that looks a bad looking twist on the knee.
that you just don't need.
Ooh, I thought
Yeah,
he was okay.
yeah.
Good, he's up. I really expected this was not going to be him standing up again anytime soon.
Because you've been watching how Dante has been kind of, walking a little gingerly. You add that and see if Jagger would be doing the same, but he looks to be all right as he kind of pops up. But yeah, it probably looked from where it was a little worse on the far side.
Yeah, from here I thought I really thought his knee had gotten twisted
Yeah.
badly, but I think I just
Yep.
my reacting to the crowd noise and seeing.
Yeah, you hear that ooh kind of deal. But I do look on the far side. It does look like at least we might be getting a sub in on the far side. I can't see who might be coming in, but
I think it might be Liam Wilson.
oh, is it? Okay.
Possibly. I could. He's far enough away that I could
was
be
gonna say-
entirely wrong.
I know it's a blue jersey, so I know that at least Norwood will be getting a sub. So Westwood takes over here, coming back the other way. Just under 11 minutes left in the first half. Also tracking that.
nicely.
Yep.
A little heel flick to give himself some space.
That was a nice little combination there.
Yeah, between Mason and Gustavo. They're getting
Yeah, O'Toole, they got him on the
coming up from
the
behind.
contact, yep. A couple folks looks like they're coming in here on the far side for Mustangs at some point when they get the sub in. Yeah, that's
so
you can
Dante's
see
out
Dante. He's literally since the beginning of the second quarter when he stretched out for that ball, he just hasn't been the same since, and that's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out because that's clearly a big leg, and that can be you don't have Carl back there. And
Looks like
you take
Liam Wilson
Dante.
coming in for Riley. Piccolo.
So first two subs in for the Mustangs today. Haven't seen anything either. Speaking of subs, that the Westwood is thrown anything in. I haven't seen anything come on their side either. So
Yeah, I mean, I think I missed it when Quinn came in for Aiden Keogh, so I clearly things occasionally happen that we might miss.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't recall seeing too many white jerseys over there. But yeah, so it looks like Danny DeBlasi came in for Dante and Liam in for Riley. Oh, and Will Fame in a foot race in a battle here and doing well, doing
Nice
very
job.
well.
Yep.
Oh, and then
And draws
I think
the
that ought
foul.
to be a call. Yep. Yep.
Well, he was stride for stride with
Yeah.
Connor Curtin.
Yep.
And it was funny because I was watching that, and Will was back there kind of by himself, and they were able to get that ball up to Curtin.
Yep.
And
he actually had Connor Day running with him. I think he couldn't. With Will was between he and Connor, and I think he couldn't quite get his turnaround. But Connor had free space because he had a step or two on the Norwood defender. But Will did well to defend that. And
that's
that's
too
just
bad.
unfortunate.
Yep.
Yep.
O'Toole looking one way and wasn't able to get it up ahead forward to
Mikey,
Walshy.
Yeah, he'd kind of run a little further up
Yep.
than I think Quinn expected him to, and then Quinn put it further behind than Mike expected him
Yeah.
to. So. Yep.
So 8.5 here. Ball swung in nicely. And it was
up.
Curtin again. Now here's the situation. Good punch. Punch the ball out, and the Westwood player goes down. You can hear the Westwood
nice little
fans
dummy
that
there
are
by
way to our
Salison,
left.
Who's looking to find Liam. Oh, Liam does well to come back. It's Danny. Danny finds Quinn, but a little much. Out to Neo. And then I think Norwood kicking on the far side.
It was funny on that save right there where Chris punched the ball out. We can see it from here. It was clearly the ball, and the Westwood player goes down, and all the fans on this side can see it. But all the Westwood fans were that at the far end of the field, outside the fence, all think you see a punch and a player go down, and you can hear them go, "He was hit in the head."
I mean, all those Westwood fans who aren't technically supposed to be here.
He was always able to keep that ball in nicely. Nice job there by Walshy, shielding off the player there. Great job. So we're going at just under 7.5 left here. Tight match, 0-0. I think the Mustangs are kind of happy to be exactly where they are. They've certainly weathered that initial storm. Oh, outstanding. Came out strong. You can see him kind of, clap his hands there. I think it was more probably, a little bit upset with himself for that first initial kick that the Westwood player was able to turn on him real quick.
Yeah, and I think Chris is struggling a little bit to calibrate, right? I mean, he's been called twice now for putting the ball over midfield, and so trying to he's going to get him for obstruction. Give the ball back to Norwood. But yes, I think Chris maybe trying to take a little off the ball and ended up putting it right into a Westwood player. So. The disaster averted as he comes out and makes a great save. Putting the ball up, looking for Seligson. Unfortunately, skips right over to the Westwood goalie to handle easily.
That's a good first step there on that ball quickly. Yeah, and it's nice there. Quinn just shielding the player. Well played.
Can put that ball in space and Seligson challenging and winning the
great job.
Kick-in deep in the Westwood zone as we approach 5 minutes. So 3/4 of this quarter gone and still a blank sheet. And Norwood pressing in the Westwood end.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they can set you kind of use this as a throw-in or a set piece. And unfortunately, just the Westwood player got on Quinn just quicker than he was hoping.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, that's.
He's holding the Westwood player.
Yeah. And I think Gustavo expressed a little frustration on the call and kicked it down the other end of the field. So I think that got him a little talking to.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes remaining. I think she don't kind of lose any sort of cool. Tap it here and Curtin didn't quite get on it what he was hoping to.
Daniel Blasey working hard there.
There you go. That's a nice turn.
Trying to find Seldson in the middle. Settles that
Yo,
nicely, and then Quinn goes for the
terrific.
ball over top. I think, unfortunately, I don't think Jagger started that run quite as early as he could have. I think he wasn't sure that he was seen. Oh, and Seldson covering a lot of ground there.
Yeah, boy, all over the place. Looks like it's coming back Westwood way. I'm not quite sure. Nope. Norwood's trying to get the arms up, pointing in the right direction, but the ref was not going to have that.
Mason.
That's a good look of work there, too.
Yeah.
That was
just
good
couldn't quite-
battle.
Oh,
Yep.
and then taken down from behind. Jagger looking for a little bicycle kick from the midfield.
But yeah, a little bit of the physical play starting to pick up here. Mason will get the spot.
Further back when
Yeah,
the foul
exactly.
actually took place, but oh wow,
Yeah,
well driven there.
Just can't quite get over that last row there. Oh, there, yeah. Yep. Yeah, Mason and who's that on that? The
It's
number
Connor
7.
Day.
Yeah, Connor Day. The two of them have been, kind of tangled up, back-to-back plays there, and Mason's been able to get the better of it. Again, trying to get that maybe a little closer, see what he can get, see if they can drive this one in even further. Coming up on the final 3 minutes.
Oh, that's the good flick. Couldn't quite get there.
Oh,
Oh,
and
they're
the
gonna
same
call
thing,
Connor
yeah.
Day for a dangerous
Yep.
play. Yep.
So Day, yeah. Day and Gold.
So this is indirect. Look at the. Go, you get-
So they'll, just tap it back to him. They try and get Curtin out of the way, give him a cushion. And I think I've been noticing that. And look, I mean, if you can get away with it, you can get away with it. That was Colton, number 22.
Oh,
Right,
that
same
could've-
thing. That was Curtin. It
could've
went
ended
right
any
at him.
hopes of- yeah. No, Chris. Oh my God, Chris. Oh,
Way out of the net.
wow.
That's confidence.
Yes, that's some aggressive play from your keeper. Whew.
Yeah. And again, having the mindset to make sure once that kick is made, to come sprinting back, because the last thing you need is a kick over your head.
Adventures in goalkeeping
Yep.
with Chris Giovanni.
Yep.
Holy cow! It worked out well, but wow, that
Yep.
was a
Gutsy
gutsy
call.
play.
So both squads trying to settle down here. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Still no score. Kind of that dangerous time, though. It's one of those, you're certainly not going to go into a defensive shell or anything like that, but you just got to make sure you can kind of get through this half here.
Oh,
Continuing
substitution
hard.
I missed. I see Uzziah Papadopoulos is now in on the back line.
Yeah, I think he subbed it in for Neo
Neo?
earlier.
I missed it.
Yeah.
We need a third man in the booth
I
doing
was
all
going
the
to
spotting.
say. It's one of those, you can just see the battle going on there on the far side.
Yep.
Jagger's got his arms up to make sure he's not called for the.
Oh,
That's too
just
bad.
ran out of real
Yep.
estate there.
Yep. But Jagger was working on that far side with the Westwood player, and again trying to keep an eye, make sure he doesn't get called for any sort of the excessive contact.
Yep. Easily handled there by Chris.
Curtin's had a nice couple kicks though, where he's able to kind of really curve that ball in. You can, especially the angle that we're looking at it from up here, you can just see the way that ball kind of tails away.
Yeah. A little English on it. So.
Yep.
Uzziah had a
That's a
Mason
smart.
back to-
Yeah.
Oh,
It's all right.
Bravo.
Kind of reset. Day there to that number 7. Quick little player. Nice move there too.
I think he
Taking
just-
that out of bounds,
took
I
it out of
think.
bounds,
Yeah. Yep. It was a nice first move on his part, but then just like you said, kind of with Walshy on this side, ran out of real estate. The same thing happened there. So time down on the fields of just under 2 minutes, give or take, here in the first half.
Danny de Blasi looking for Jagger.
And that is going to do it. So a couple little moments here and there for the Mustangs. but able to come away right here at 0-0, and I think they have to be, for the most part, probably pleased with that first half and their level of play.
Yeah, I don't know how they couldn't be. They played
Yeah.
very, very well, had some decent chances. Gave up a few good chances to Westwood, but not a ton. And I think we're pretty able to handle Westwood's speed through the back.
Yeah,
and
yeah. I haven't seen
counter
anything.
with their own. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything that that looks like, boy, you got to really keep an eye on this guy because he's incredibly fast. Like we saw maybe at the JV squad, there were a couple players that Westwood had at JV that were clearly quick, but this back line here for the Mustangs has played very well, keeping all that in check. So
yeah, and unfortunate for Dantes Aldevar in his senior game looks like come up a little lame because he was having a really great game to start. And we'll see if maybe he gets back in for any of the second half.
Exactly. So after 2 quarters of play, the score is Westwood 0, Norwood 0. We'll be right back with second half action.
Congratulate Norwood Community Media for their excellent work in 2019. And we also want to congratulate the town of Norwood for investing in community media that reflects the needs of its people. You do great work every day and every week, and you should be proud.
It's a sign of our commitment to the town we serve. Norwood Community Media is honored to receive the Alliance for Community Media National Award for Overall Excellence. For our weekly Norwood News, hosted by Kristen McDonald. Norwood Digest with Jack McCarthy. Your Town at Work with Jerry Slater. Sports Extra with Mark Hoover and Joe Meehan. Live broadcasts of town events and gavel-to-gavel coverage of town government. The station people turn to for trusted local coverage. Norwood Community Media, your home for all things Norwood.
Hi, I'm Chief Bill Brooks of the Norwood Police Department. The men and women of the Norwood PD are committed to protecting you and to providing you with top quality service. We're busy. Norwood is a nice town, but in any given 24-hour cycle, we handle anywhere from 65 to 90 radio calls and officer-initiated events. We patrol the town's 10 square miles, including over 100 miles of roadways. Our traffic enforcement focuses on places where crashes have occurred, neighborhoods where residents have reported chronic violations, and offenses that impact crashes, like speed, texting, running stop signs and red lights, and failing to yield to pedestrians. When we're not tied up on calls, we work hard to build relationships with members of the community. So you'll see our officers out walking footbeats, checking in with merchants, and stopping at sporting events to chat with kids. We believe that every resident should know, or at least feel like they know, a member of our department. So if you see us, stop and say hello. We'd love to chat with you. On behalf of the men and women of the Norwood Police Department, it's our pleasure to serve you.
Norwood. Here, we are chosen at birth. Our loyalties are predetermined. And our families, defined. Raised by the stories of those that came before us.
Here's a breakaway. Bill Norman, he's in back and score!
Fearlessly driven by the hope of what's to come. It chooses us. It defines us. And for us, it's everything. This is Norwood. And here, sports are in our blood.
Norwood Mustangs 2015 are the state Division I champs.
Your home for all things Norwood, online at norwoodcommunitymedia.org.
Living Local is a new program coming to Norwood Community Media that highlights businesses and events here in Norwood. Everything you need to know about eating local, shopping local, exercising local, or even creating local, you'll find it right here on NCM's newest program, Living Local. You'll get an inside look into what makes each business unique. Only on Norwood Community Media, your home for all things Norwood. Do you want to stay up to date with Norwood Community Media? Then subscribe to our weekly NCM newsletter. Every Friday, our promotions department publishes an online newsletter that highlights the work of NCM and the latest happenings. It includes the full episode of Norwood News, recent clips from NCM programs, behind-the-scenes photos, and so much more. NCM works hard to deliver a steady stream of Norwood content, and this newsletter is another way to stay connected to Norwood. To receive the newsletter, just visit www.norwoodcommunitymedia.org. Scroll to the bottom of the page, click the Sign Up for Our Newsletter button, and enter some basic information. You'll then be added to our newsletter mailing list. It's all here on Norwood Community Media, your home for all things Norwood.
On behalf of the Alliance for Community Media and our foundation, we want to congratulate Norwood Community Media for their excellence work in 2019. And we also want to congratulate the town of Norwood for investing in community media that reflects the needs of its people. You do great work every day and every week, and you should be proud.
It's a sign of our commitment to the town we serve. Norwood Community Media is honored to receive the Alliance for Community Media National Award for Overall Excellence. For our weekly Norwood News, hosted by Kristen McDonald. Norwood Digest with Jack McCarthy. Your Town at Work with Jerry Slater. Sports Extra with Mark Hoover and Joe Meehan. Live broadcasts of town events and gavel-to-gavel coverage of town government. The station people turn to for trusted local coverage. Norwood Community Media, your home for all things Norwood.
All right, and back here, raring to go here for the second half as both squads have had their quick little rest and ready to go. Trying to see if I don't think I see Dante out there.
No Dante. And during the break, I actually got confirmation from Carl's mother that he, in fact, took a blow to the head yesterday, and they're sitting him for the day for precautionary
measures.
Yeah.
Well, that's so we'll see how that shakes out here in the second half if Dante can't get back in. That'll be tough there on that line that he had been playing. So
yeah, he'd been playing quite well.
He really had been, yeah. And it was just a shame. It was kind of, I remember seeing it early on there in that second quarter, just kind of a quirky little play.
Oh, nice little.
Just couldn't quite get to it. Yeah.
Jagger to Danny DeBlasi looking for Seligson and making the run, and if it had just made me a little slightly less oomph on that ball, I think he might have been able to catch up to it. So, but a good way to start the second half. Well,
it's exactly what you wanted to see. Come out and continue the pressure and continue the energy that I really thought that they had in the first quarter. See if they can kind of again match up strongly and take control early on.
Jagger to Mason to
and
looking for
nice
Liam
idea.
Wilson out there, but just let him a little too much.
Yep.
A good step there by the Westwood defender to sniff that out and put it into it. Liam Wilson doing a good job shielding the ball.
Good little
going
turn
down.
Looks like it's coming
doesn't
back.
Get the call. Doesn't get the call for the hitting the turf.
But it was a nice job on his part there. You could see him, again, trying to shield the man off. So Curtin there is going to try to, again, drive that ball in.
Offsides, I guess.
So all that and comes back this way. See if the Mustangs can get a little something going here. Driving this ball back into the Westwood zone.
Mason with a good step there. And Jagger just can't quite get up high enough for that, but manages to come down with it anyway.
Apply the brakes and change direction, see if he gets some help.
It's knocked down from behind.
So, Quinn will probably try to take this one and maybe get it over to the far side. trying to get a yard, and ref said no go. Just running through nicely there. Great hustle too on the far side by Walshy.
Yeah, definitely to pressure them into putting that ball out of touch.
Drive it back on this way. Make sure you don't give the Westwood a chance to get going here.
Gustavo as well to poke that out and sort of slow
that down. Yeah. They were looking. It looked like they had that Rufo, Jack Rufo, number 21, the far side. And you're right. He was just able to knock that out to kind of slow down that charge. Again, trying to swing it in, but Mason's able to knock that ball down.
Connor comes away with it there.
He and Dave have been going at it all day. So it'll be interesting to kind of watch that matchup develop.
Oh, wow, look at that. Chris
That's
Fine
great.
and Sellison way out there. Nice, accurate outlet there with the...
And Dave will keep it on this side of the field, too, so they're able to maintain possession, at least early on. Curtin getting a little overly aggressive there. So early going here in the second half. Still no score. Both squads coming back out after a nice, even first two quarters.
Liam Wilson settling over there.
And it's one of those you kind of, like you use that pinball reference kind of back and forth over there with not really a lot of room to work with. Everyone trying to hands up, give yourself a little bit of spacing that they're entitled to. Yeah, once they touch that ball, boy, you're going to go right at it.
No doubt. All right, going back the other way.
The squad right now can kind of get into a flow.
Yeah, no, definitely just sort of trading back and forth. Neo's coming back in for Josiah. Kick brought down by, is that Riley back in over there on the...
Something you could try to start to reverse the field. Everything's kind of been flowing on that far side. There just really has not been a lot of room to work. Staring into that sun, too, when that ball gets up there.
Yeah. An advantage for the Norwood keeper that he's got at his back, but now as the Westwood players are looking back to track the ball, they're looking directly into the sun.
So, Curtin will again swing this ball in. That's good first step,
Just chest that down and bring the ball forward. Fortunately, couldn't connect that next pass. Toole looking for Jagger out wide, and Jagger's battling with number 8 there, Brian Dantremont. Wins the.
You wanted to be able to say that name, right?
I did. I did. I don't speak a lick of French, and that's very clear. Very obvious, right?
Well, chip that one up. Neo good and high, but Hiller's able to kind of catch that one.
Ooh. I think that ended up being his head.
Yeah. Geez, you don't see the header anymore. So just about 14 minutes left here in the third quarter. Both teams right here, it kind of seems like they're, having trouble kind of getting really anything generated early on. Let's see
see if maybe Westwood can make something of this kick in deep in the Norwood zone.
I was going to say, I saw over there, it looks like Chris was working on one of the posts. I'm like, I hope he knows to turn around. It's a nice little play there.
Built that up with constantly just driving it there. They bought themselves up and over.
There
we go. Soledson doing a nice job. Oh, and then looking for Jagger, who runs on the ball. And a nice flip. And then
Jagger trying to get something there. Looks back, not going to get the call. But that was a nice little in. Yeah. Jagger still kind of like got the hands up, asking why he wasn't called. But again, play on, so he needs to get himself back on side here. Mustangs get the ball on the far side.
Yeah, I mean, there's a nice little interplay between Jagger and Soledson there, and Jagger just couldn't quite get around that last Westwood defender. And we got Danny de Blasio looking to chip it up to Jagger, who's on. A little wider than we would have liked. Ooh.
Stays down again, trying to get the call. Ref's kind of looking back at him. Slowly gets himself back up. And so ref right now is just going to at least kind of stop the time, and you can see Jagger's kind of, not necessarily upset with himself or upset with maybe a lack of call, but he's, again, got to kind of be careful.
He's got to get his head back in the game.
Yep, exactly. And so here's the throw here. Oh, that went off the that went off the Westwood player's head. It was like one of those, he was getting close to the midfield, and maybe if he had just let that ball go, it would have gone back to them. So the Mustangs will get this ball right here at midfield. And like you said, we want to make sure that, a player of, Jagger's, intensity that he brings with it, that just kind of make sure he doesn't get himself carried away. You need him, and so now apparently it's going back this way. I don't know what that call was, because
I think they're saying it went over.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. So the header happened on this side, so therefore it kind of negates the header.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if the header had taken place 1 yard closer, then it would have been Norwood's ball. But that's nice a roll. Yeah, Riley. That's a great little out ball there.
Oh, I didn't see Michael at first. I was like, where did Riley leave that? Michael had blended in with the subs.
Yeah.
See if Mason can find Quinn out.
Yeah, there he is.
There, and then for Jagger again.
Nope. Strong there defensively.
Oh, nice trap there by Mason.
There he
Jagger's coming back for it. Going to send it over to Danny, who's
it's going to be the give and go, just a little too hard.
A little too much on that.
Yep. Smart play, though. I mean, again, exactly what they wanted to do, but it was just a little too hard. And you can see Jagger gives him a thumbs up. On the,
appreciates the idea.
Exactly, right.
Danny's beating himself up over not the execution, but hey, they'll get it right the next time. Oh, geez. Wow.
Well, nice job. Yeah. That's a great job of tracking that ball. Like I said, that gets tough. There you go, settling it down.
Quinn up over the top. We're on for Riley. You can't quite get there.
Some early going here. This has kind of been some nice stuff here the last couple of minutes for the Mustangs in terms of the work that they were doing.
Yeah, it's definitely been. This has been really up and down. Start this.
Yep. It was funny because when we started the third quarter, it seemed like neither side could kind of get themselves going. It felt like they were kind of like running through wet sand. But now we've had a couple nice runs there. I know Jagger's had a couple good runs, and you kind of feel the speed pick up a little bit now here.
Like, it's a good sign. I think I see Dante Zaldivar standing over at the substitution line, getting ready to check in.
It's a nice job there. Chris came out strong, is able to make the save. Just
too much there.
Too much on it. Too much on it. But yeah, you're right. Looking across, it does look like Dante's going to get back in. It'd be interesting to see, in terms of when that switch is made, how he comes running in. You'd be able to kind of tell at least, how he feels physically. Hopefully, all right.
Yep. Or maybe he'll dummy it a bit and look like he's. He'll come in looking like he's a little gimpy just to throw Westwood off their game.
Yeah, it looks like here the
that collision between Chris and
exactly. Yeah, because I think Chris and can't quite get the player yet. I mean, it was basically foot to foot, both on the ball at the same time.
Yeah.
You could hear the contact, at least in terms of both guys going to the ball at the same time. So that can be certainly painful as he makes his way across.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Westwood's actually got anyone. Did they already sub in for him? I'm not.
Wait, he is. Oh yeah, no. No, here comes somebody. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So that looks like that might be Kyle Hallahan, number 11, who went in, and he'll get substituted. I see Dante's in now. Yeah, he seems to be running okay. So.
Let's see, maybe Dante took Danny DeBlasi out. Danny did well while he was in there.
Oh, it's a nice job of Chris to track that too all the way in. You get, sometimes a ball like that looks a little dangerous. You start to have, bodies, get thrown at you. So.
Trying to get Dante into the mix right away, and can't quite get a foot on that, but
he is still kind of, running pretty gingerly. So we'll see how long he's able to go. But you can tell that injury earlier on in the second quarter is still kind of affecting him.
Yeah, and I think maybe Coach Dante's a really good playmaker. He sees the field well and passes well, and so I think maybe, Danny DeBlasi, as well as he did, I think a couple of those heavily weighted passes, maybe they'd like to see Dante get a shot at those and do a little bit better. Whoa, okay. Like he was clipped from behind.
Yeah. Boy, he is. Dante has really taken kind of a number of hits here. So you got to be careful there. Yeah, so that should be. I'm assuming that's outside.
I would think so.
Yeah. He's pointing outside. But yeah, it's one of those, kind of a nice little move there, but stayed with him.
Yeah, but I think got past him and Gustavo stuck his foot out and got tripped him up a little bit, but he didn't go down. And
all right, so now it's a question of, I think they're asking exactly where this ball is going to be. He's measuring off. Yeah, he's right where he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So we'll get the direct kick here. Kind of dangerous little play. Oh, nice little ball there, but sailed wide. Norwood fans appreciate that miss. So still stays knotted at 0-0. Just about 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Some nice work, I think, here, this quarter, Eric, by the Mustangs, once the energy really started to pick up.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, nice. Fortunate bounce right down to Jagger, and he's going to try and put that ball through to Riley. Riley can't quite catch up to it, but pressures them into the kick in
exactly.
In the zone. And
trying to get some numbers up here.
Yeah. See if they can't maybe try and drive it to someone running around the far post. The far post run here, and
yeah, you can see Dante trying to maybe sneak in the back. I thought I had heard a whistle. Everyone seemed to take a stop there, and just whistled wide.
I thought I heard a whistle.
I did too, and I think that that kind of worked well. It sounded like there might have been a whistle, and it looked like a couple people stopped, a couple players stopped, but they just continued to move, and so unless you hear that second whistle, you might as well keep going, and it was ripped nicely. but just wide as Hiller tried to go to his right. Nice job there by Mason to call off.
Oh, a little nutmeg through.
Yep, you were talking about him being a playmaker, setting him up.
Riley's just going to squirt that out and win the kick in deep, even deeper in the.
Yeah.
So let's see if they can. This is not that different than the space.
Up high
shoot,
there
that was
to Walshy.
Oh, nice.
Once again, Mustangs continue to kind of keep the pressure on down this end. Yeah, he had Walshy coming, streaking in, was able to lay it to him. Let's see if they do that again. Maybe Walshy can knock this one up top. Looking for Mason.
Switch it to Neo. A little more than.
Yep, that's a little. Well, it's too bad. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Yep. Really was trying, was not giving up on that ball yet, and I think, Mason's probably a little disappointed. It was a good idea, like you said, reverse field, but just a little too much on it. See, Mason's kind of like just wishing, like you said, he had that one back.
Okay. Selleton, who finds Dante, who puts the ball forward, but I think, unfortunately, just not in. Norwood's forwards had dropped far enough back on defense that there wasn't anyone right on there, but hey, they get the kick in.
Continue to move the ball down the field here, and the late going. He's a couple first nice steps, trying to work himself all the way through, and that's just difficult to do there. Some speed here. Got to keep an eye on Curtin. He makes that move. Chris out strong again. He's had a couple of those today, where he has really come out and just basically kind of thrown his body at the ball, and able to disrupt them. But nice run there by Curtin. Trying to turn the corner, wasn't able to do so. Just about 2.5 minutes. They'll probably add, I would think, a little bit of time on maybe for Hallahan's injury, because it took him a while to get off the field.
Yeah.
So you'll probably have a couple more here.
Oh,
yeah.
That was very fortunate for a couple of seeing eye bounces, and then Neo thankfully able to get that heel on it. Oh, nice step there by Michael Walsh. Just read that all the way and sending Westwood back the other direction.
Yeah, got to step up here.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Come back here this way.
Jagger with some space. Jagger with some space is going to touch it past and use that speed.
Oh, boy, yeah, look at that. Just watch him turn on.
How is that not? How is that not?
And again, I think he did finally get him. Yeah, right. A couple of times.
He gets swept from behind.
Yep.
Manages to keep his feet. There's no call.
And I think that was our friend D'Entremont who gets called for that. So we'll see if Jagger's going to be checking on that ankle a little bit. And again, someone who's got the speed and intensity that he brings. So we're going to see what Dante can do here. Kind of trying to set folks up. Jagger seems to be okay on that ankle now as he runs in on it. Boy, might be a little quick. It's still loose. Whistle's going there. Yeah, so I think the ref's going to make sure that little word with Jagger, make sure he's okay.
I think maybe warning him. I think, Jagger was going after a loose ball, but they do need to protect those goalies. So cautioning him a little bit about playing so aggressively with the ball. And the goalies.
Oh, that's too bad. Oh, wasn't quite sure where that was. It certainly looked like Quinn had dispossessed him cleanly.
Yeah, and the
guy. And what it was a late whistle too. Yeah. I mean, it. So that's
maybe it was a makeup for not blowing the whistle with Jagger and the goalie. I'm not sure, but that seemed. He seemed quite a ways from the play to be making that call as late as he was. Oh, he'd like that back, I'm sure.
Yeah, and you could see, I think Jagger's got to really be careful. I think the ref's going to come to him on that one. Yeah. That one he's got to really be careful. So ref's got to make sure that this one doesn't get too out of control. And, obviously it's a tight game, competitive game.
Yeah, I
And
mean, if
sometimes there's frustrations that can kind of boil over, and something like that, you get yourself taken out of the game.
Yeah. If I were Coach Healy, I might think about, oh, jeez.
Yeah. So he's got to be, and I don't know. And again, we talked about this with sometimes these athletes that they, if you get a little, if you chirp a little bit too much, refs now know who you are.
Yeah.
And so you just got to be very careful. Ooh, that ball sailed deep. I looked like that was going to be kind of, heading out. We might get a sub here, and I don't know if they're going to give Jagger a breather just to make sure he gets through.
Yep.
But it
so
looks
he
like
doesn't end up with a card, right?
Exactly. Though as they look like they were going to make the sub for Jagger, they wind up. That was the end of the third quarter. So, maybe Coach will have a chance to kind of, settle everybody down. I mean, you are in a terrific match here at 0-0. You don't want anything to distract from that. Now you're going to really need, the Jaggers of the world, as it were, to finish this one strong. So
yeah, and I think hopefully Coach Healy will take him aside and remind him of how important he is to this team and how he's not going to do us any good if he gets tossed. And, I mean, you understand the frustration. He's taken a couple of blows. Maybe some stuff that didn't get called that should have. I think maybe a few things that Jagger didn't quite see the play the way I think any objective observer would have. But these are kids, and they're playing with a lot of passion, and this sometimes happens. So hopefully, a little break will be good.
Exactly. So we're going to let them take the little break. We're going to be right back with fourth quarter action in a fantastic match. After 3 quarters, Norwood 0, Westwood 0. We'll be right back.
On behalf of the Alliance for Community Media and our foundation, we want to congratulate Norwood Community Media for their excellence in work in 2019. And we also want to congratulate the town of Norwood for investing in community media that reflects the needs of its people. You do great work every day and every week, and you should be proud.
It's a sign of our commitment to the town we serve. Norwood Community Media is honored to receive the Alliance for Community Media National Award for Overall Excellence. For our weekly Norwood News, hosted by Kristen McDonald. Norwood Digest with Jack McCarthy. Your Town at Work with Jerry Slater. Sports Extra with Mark Hoover and Joe Meehan. Live broadcasts of town events and gavel-to-gavel coverage of town government. The station people turn to for trusted local coverage. Norwood Community Media, your home for all things Norwood.
All right. Well, we are back here we were just talking between the third and fourth quarter how exciting this matchup is there, Eric, and it is just turning into a great fourth quarter. Could not have asked for a nicer day, and some terrific action. So let's see what the Mustangs can do here, and again, just to make sure that the physicality, like I said, you were talking about what they may have said to each other, between the third and fourth quarter here, to keep everybody on the field that we need.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, saw Coach Healy with his arm around Jagger's shoulders, so I think just kind of reminding him, like we said, keep your head in the game and keep working hard. And unfortunately, we start off the fourth quarter with another Westwood free kick in the Norwood zone.
Yeah, so make sure you kind of look down here, like defensively, see the guys, have to match up.
Yeah.
High and wide on that one. Well struck, but
yeah,
I don't think really. I think Chris probably as soon as that one left his foot, I think he kind of knew that was going to tail away. But you're right. Yeah, I think make sure you kind of settle yourselves down. You don't need to get. Oh, look, nice little flick.
Oh, well done by Dante. Now he's going to look for Jack. Oh, looking for Soledson actually.
Hill was able to stay with it and then hop back into net. Yep, and you can see
close to being off.
So Chris is going to stare down Colton, number 22.
Oh, and Dante, I think.
Yeah.
The dummy that around. Oh, there's a call going the other. Oh, okay.
I think it's coming. Yep, Norwood's way. Yep.
Yes. All right. There's some real skeptical fans outside this box who don't seem to think Norwood's getting a fair shake.
Yeah, exactly. A number of referees sitting down right in front of us as well. So Quinn will tap that one over.
I don't think they had the full cushion on that, but
keeps him outside there. Oh, it's a nice little step. Oh, that's it.
Oh, good job by Neo.
Yep. Great job by Neo. You're right. Yeah, but boy, that was a great little step there as Colton really kind of made the one step to the left and then went right around him on the right, trying to center that ball through. Yeah, but Neo did a great job of clearing it.
Michael Walsh sends that right back out.
So we'll see if Mustangs can kind of reestablish that control that they had there in parts of the third quarter. Is Curtin again is, yeah, see, he's able to swing that ball right in. Walsh getting a little aggressive.
Yeah, he moved before the ball did, but you know, both teams have been doing that all game long. So.
And Walsh goes right at him again.
So yeah, just out for a Norwood goal kick.
But I mean, you're right. I mean, I think that's a great job on Walsh's part to come right at the guy. You know, don't give Curtin a chance to get himself set up because he does have that, you know, a good leg to be able to kind of flick that ball in deep. Here he is again. Oh, again, it just takes that spin. You know, it's like one of those. Yeah,
weird English on it.
Exactly.
Oh, nicely.
Yes. He stayed with him, but you're right. It was one of those. He just had all the ear markings of some trouble. Because you know, a ball was taking a spin here, was taking a spin here, and Walshy couldn't kind of get his foot on it. Fame couldn't get his foot on him, you know, and see if we can try to get that ball through.
Can't quite get there.
It's a nice job of finding the open man here on this side.
Yep.
All the way
so
through.
Switch the field, and it's going to go all the way, all the way out for a kick.
But yeah, that was a nice job to get that ball over here to that number 3, Michael Giovino. And then he tried to go back to the complete other side, and just a little bit too much on it.
Yeah, I have to say right now, Norwood seems a little discombobulated.
Yeah, you're right. I think, you know, that little section there with when the ball was kind of spinning on Walshy and all that, they just need to settle themselves down and get back to doing what they were doing, you know, in the third quarter there.
Yeah.
And again, maybe trying to string a couple little passes together and see if you can get the run Jagger up here up the side.
Yeah, but they're just not finding feet.
That's a good look too.
Well, that's a well-struck ball.
Oh, yep. Oh, yep. The Stefano there, he was nice. He kind of had it and then tried to, drifted there towards the center of the field, and didn't miss by much. I mean, that was well struck, and it was heading to the upper part of the net.
Yeah, I mean, Chris, I think, was tracking it all the way, but yeah, it was a well-struck ball, but again, I just feel like Norwood's just a little back on their heels again.
Quinn will get that one. Yeah, maybe this will, something like that where you can now at least regain possession here, work yourself down the field.
And maybe drive it into
exactly. So just under 14 and a half left, still knotted at 0. A terrific varsity matchup here to kind of wrap up this Westwood Norwood weekend of sports.
Quinn O'Toole comes down with that ball. Oh, and just couldn't find a Norwood player with that pass. Put back out for a Norwood kick in.
Yeah, some nice stuff here. Again, trying to work this half of the field. Keep that pressure on. Send this ball back and then back in deep.
see what he can do with this. Flicks it back.
Flicked
to
it
Quinn.
back.
He
That's
puts
a
it in, but
little
again,
too hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, you said you look at someone like Dante, even with the obvious, he's just not at 100%. Even at his 80%, he is still able to set his teammates up.
Yeah, he's very smart with the ball. That was nicely done by Neo to step in for that.
That was you could just see Quinn just kind of break into that open space, and Neo just flicked it up nice and gently.
I think he was trying to put that ball around for Jagger, but Jagger wasn't prepared to make that run. It's unfortunate, but I think Neo's going to get called for coming in from behind there.
Too much contact. So a couple nice little sequences there by the Mustangs, and then they were getting through the midfield nicely, and then the problem, their finishes were just a little too strong. A little bit too much oomph on it.
That final pass is just a little too much weight on it, and they're not able to run under it or onto it, and but I mean, maybe this settle this down a little bit, get a long ball into the zone, and see what can happen with it.
Again,
Unfortunately,
there.
just too high for Dante to really do anything with, and then right to the Westwood foot.
Trying to spin off each other and figure out where that ball was. It was a nice little run here.
Oh, that was well done there. But good step by Will.
Yep.
Oh, unfortunately, just a little too much on that first touch and couldn't come down with it again. Oh, that was well done there in the back. Some good communication there. Riley LaPiccolo had tracked.
See if he can
here we go.
split right through.
See if Jagger can get to that. Can't quite do it. Just some good play on the back line just a moment ago. I saw some real good communication between Neo and Riley LaPiccolo, who tracked way back in support, and just a good job in team defense.
Looks like Westwood on the far side has got at least 3 bodies that might be coming in here.
A little ping pong action right now. Let's see if Westwood's got
Jagger coming back, checking back. That's nice to kind of make sure he can help out on the defensive side. That's a great ball through, but nobody there.
Westwood did a nice job using the ref there kind of as a pick. And Neo doing a good job shepherding that ball out for the goal kick. Connor Day is checking back in. Do battle with Mason Gold once again.
They will find each other, I'm sure, at some point during this fourth quarter.
Just Stefano's going out, the player with that really well-struck ball just a few moments ago. Oh, that was well done by
quick.
Yeah,
it was Rufo.
Jack Rufo there to step in and
just lost it off his foot. But that was a great, quick first move. So it looks like Quinn's going to take a quick little breather.
I think actually it was Riley. I think Quinn's still out there. It's Riley LaPiccolo who just subbed out.
Yep.
Neo making a move. And then... Okay, wait. Okay, yeah, that is a Norwood ball. I was confused with the way Westwood was reacting. I was like,
going the other way. Yeah.
You're allowed to do that.
Yeah, because Conrad is checked in 21. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Conrad's coming. Maybe for... And Dante's still... All right, so Conrad must have come in for Riley. Nope, that was a handball.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be a handball.
How was that not a handball?
Oh, I think he's got the call from... Now we got bodies all over the place. And
now he is calling a handball.
Yes,
good.
Exactly. It's funny because we can see it from up here, and the ref that's certainly closer to it didn't call it, but the ref back up the field did call the handball. So now they'll maybe have some sort of discussion on that.
It wasn't clear to me. I can't see the lines well enough.
Yeah, I know. It looks like I think the way they're looking at it, it looks like it's going to be. I mean, if anything, it's outside by an inch.
Yeah.
So make sure that we can set this up here. This is a terrific opportunity with 9 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. 0-0 Norwood with a fantastic opportunity here. They're lined up over it.
Oh, uh-oh. Looks like Seligson maybe just stepped off DeSegundo just stepped off a little gimpy. Riley Piccolo, who just checked out, just checked back in. I think maybe Celestin had a collision with the keeper there. I think if I were Norwood, I would demand my space.
Oh, it's a nice save. Nice able to stay with it, but a great idea for the Mustangs there. Not able to capitalize, but
you got to watch out. Yep. Oh, nice job, Will Fame, to come up and
they had numbers that there. Down.
Yep.
But yeah, that ball was well struck, trying to sneak that through traffic.
Yep.
But
Hiller
was
did a
strong.
Good job to keep his eye on that.
Yep.
But.
So chance for the Mustangs. They're not able to capitalize. We remain here at 0 with 8 minutes now left here in the fourth quarter. Quinn sacrificing the body there again. Is he able to? Because it's a tough thing. Because he'll see. You're going to back him up even further. I don't understand. Where it seems to me a lot of times the Westwood players have been a little bit closer, but for consistency's sake.
Oof.
Yeah. I think I heard the whistle had gone.
Yeah, the whistle definitely.
Yeah, had gone down. So I don't know if they got. I don't know if the ball went off Walsh's.
It definitely hit his hand,
yeah,
but his hand was in a natural position.
Right.
You're normally not supposed to be called on a handball if the ball strikes your hand. If you don't, well, I guess it did kind of control it with it, but I don't know. That seems very different than what the Westwood player did, where he raised his hand up. Walsh's hands were at his side.
So the Mustangs will set up their picket fence.
Yeah. This is tough. Let's see if the refs give Westwood or Norwood as generous a spot as Westwood got on the last one, because they definitely were crowding much earlier.
So it looks like Colton will take this one. And here's again, kind of a dangerous situation for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Chris Giovanni's going to look right in the sun on this. Oh, and punches
it.
Good job, Chris.
It was a great save.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Well struck. Anthony Colton, he did going to go up top on that, but Chris stuck with that the whole way, so they get the corner out of it. So still not out of the danger zone, but that was a nice save there. Keep it knotted at 0. Westwood tried to throw some numbers in here as Christopher Fusco comes all the way in from this defensive position here into the box.
Looking for something off this corner. Struck well over everybody else.
Wolverines are able to run it down, though, and keep it in play. Got to watch out here on the backside. Yep, Jagger's able to get the push off there. Gets the call.
Yep. But hopefully he starts. Does he?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I guess he. Yeah. See the ref? He's like, my fault, my mistake. Yeah. Refs are. Yeah, he's like, I'm sorry. These guys are out there trying to do their best.
Yep.
It's not an easy job. You know, these guys, they get paid, but sometimes you may not get paid enough. And so he quickly acknowledged it, and unfortunately the Mustangs can't turn much into it because they kick it then right out of bounds. Wow, that was struck well too. Boy, that was really in deep.
Oh, good.
Chris is able to slow that down, but yeah, that's Christopher Fusco. And but boy, that's a couple that we've seen from him.
Yeah. Also, Conrad Schlutzbaum, who's his first action we've seen with him. Which way is that going to go?
I think, well, if you believe Westwood, it goes their way, but if you believe the referees, it goes our way. So, got to give at least Westwood the credit for trying to see if they can get the call.
Yeah, hey, all the gamesmanship, right?
Like that's right. You never know. You never know. So we're under 5 as the time will be kept down on the field. So
Conrad not able to make that turn. Mason Gold tracking down, about to be bothered by Connor Day.
Oh boy, we knew the two of them would get together.
Yep.
Here in the fourth quarter, and Mason had to be careful. I know he was trying to shield him off, and obviously he knew where the out of bounds was better than we did, but with Day's speed, he could, get on that ball very quickly.
Well, he also just had to be careful, like, you could get called for obstruction
Yep.
or tripping, right? You inadvertently you shield a little too aggressively.
So now Westwood again is going to try to pick this up here quickly. Get that ball.
Good job by
Great work.
Gustavo. Oh no, he just it was one touch too many, one touch too far. Couldn't get there.
He's down.
I don't know if he's hurt or upset
Right,
or both,
or a combination. I mean, he is kicking the turf. So I don't know if that is like you said, kind of a combination. He was, probably upset with himself. He wasn't able to kind of get all the way through. And but yeah, he may have hit hard.
Yeah, well, it seemed like maybe a cramp. I saw I think Mason grabbing hold of his foot at one point, or maybe that Will Fame. I think that sometimes the stretch. But it looks like he's going to have to come off the field now because the trainer and coach came out. So see who comes in, and that's tough because he's a very important part of that back line.
Yep.
A very solid defender.
So Mason Gold's also going all the way over to get something. Yeah, I was going to say, well,
4, 5, 6, 7. We're playing 2. Okay, so
Mason had decided to run all the way over to get a drink of water.
Right, Sellidson's coming back in, so we're not swapping defender for defender. I wonder if maybe they're going to drop Conrad back to play defense.
It's a nice ball there to get
Quinn.
that one out. Yeah,
can't quite handle that. Yeah, it looks like Conrad's playing on the back.
Yeah, he dropped him back. Yep. Nice there step.
That was well done by Mason, who
Mason.
finds
Had him going one way.
Yep. Oh, lost that in the sun. You can see Conrad struggling to find that. And he shields well. And then he and Will Fame clear that ball back out. Good hustle from Jagger. If that goes against Jagger.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's Wilfred there, number 19, is going to get caught.
It's going to go
it
against
is.
Jagger.
Wow, I really, and again, I don't get paid to do it, but it certainly looked like Chilwanga had Jagger kind of held up there by the jersey.
Yep, I would really put that going the other way, but what are you going to do?
Fusco got on the ball what he had wanted to. Ball coming out here. So yeah, you got time starting to wind down here. Not too much extra time, I wouldn't think. We'll see if Fusco, I think, can get himself a little bit further on the ball on this one.
Okay, so now Gustavo is checked back in, but up top, he's taken Riley LaPiccolo out. So maybe trying to make use of his speed up top and see if they can't put one in.
All right, so make sure that everyone gets set, and then Fusco will knock it in again.
Jeez. So again, not enough on the first one.
Yeah,
too much on
the
one.
second one. He's like, try to find that happy medium, and hopefully he won't have another chance.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not give him the Goldilocks
That's
moment,
right.
We don't want him to get one just right.
Yep. Tough right there up by the middle. Day wasn't able to. Norwood fortune on that one. That Day had lost
Quinn
control.
does a nice
That's a
job
great
to get around the
turn.
defender and now finds Gustavo. Come on, Gustavo.
Looks like he was off.
Calling him
Looks
off.
like he was off. That was close. That wasn't by much, And I mean, he's got to get back too. I mean, it's one of those. The call's been had, so get back on the this side of the ball. Get yourself here and kind of help defensively out, and then get ready to go again.
That's going to handball. Yep.
But yeah, now we've kind of got into a moment where there's been a fair amount of whistles back and forth. It's kind of slowing the flow down. Jagger can't get the call. He was trying.
Yeah, he's not ever going to get that call.
Yeah.
That was as much him as anything. So. Oh.
Yeah, but you need to get him. Yeah, and I think you hear. I heard Dante kind of talking to him like, hey, you got to get up. You got to keep in the play. you're not doing us any good there on the ground. So keep your head in the play. We're approaching the tail end of this one, so I'm not quite sure if that was it. I mean, I think that may. It's one of those. I think that was it. Whoever's, the coach, the referee, they have those little electronic or handheld whistles now, and so just like that, that was it. But boy, a fantastic game. I know they took it on the chin to the same squad 3-0 yesterday, and able to pull out a 0-0 hard-earned tie. A terrific game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Both teams played very, very well, and despite the occasional sentiment that maybe the refs were favoring one or the other, I think it was a very well called game. Didn't get chippy.
No,
the boys played physical without getting dirty, and so it was great. Good soccer.
Yeah. Yep.
And hey, a tie's better than a loss.
That's right. So. The Mustangs go to 3-1 and 4 on the season, so it's been a very successful season for the Mustangs this year. I think they've in the games that we've called and the games that we've seen have been just really well played. Very competitive, obviously, as 0-0 tie will indicate. But they've had a great season so far this year.
100%, yeah. No, the team looks great. I think they look better every time we see them. And again, to their credit, they played without their senior captain in the back.
Yep.
Didn't miss a beat. So
yeah, and Dante wasn't 100%. You could tell, for the second half, he really wasn't. So through all that, they held together a very strong Westwood team and come away with a hard-earned tie.
Yep.
So
congratulations to them.
A beautiful day up here for Senior Day. We're glad we were able to bring all of the action, not only today, but yesterday's soccer and field hockey through MCM. Want to thank Mike O'Donnell, who's been here all weekend long, up on top, capturing all the field
stuff. Has he just moved in up there?
He may not even go home.
Yeah,
I think Mike may stay here.
Yeah,
He's right above us, and I think that he stays here. And Jack Tolman was here for both days as well. In the truck, bringing us all the action. So for Eric Bodenhofer, I'm Mark Hoover. Appreciate you coming in and joining us, and we'll see you again next weekend as I think we wrap up the season with Medfield, the makeups of the games that we lost.
Yep.
So we will be back next weekend with more home action here on NCM. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.